need a 4-inch wheel. We're going to substitute in a different wheel than the one they have here. Gear hub spacer with included 4 screws, an 80-tooth gear, 1 axle hub, and a 100-millimeter axle. It says we're going to be making 2 of these, and because of the way it's going to... No, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, we can just copy all of it when it's done and make a right and a left. Okay, so that's going to change the name from drive wheel to drive wheel. Let's make this one the front, the right side, yeah. Drive wheel right. Okay. If you go into the wheels folder, we need a couple of things. The AndyMark 2256 4-inch high grip wheel. I'm going to insert one of those into the current design. And just for the ease of seeing, I'm going to turn off all this other stuff, so I'm only looking at that wheel. Okay, capture that position. Grab one of the AndyMark 8mm hubs, either one. Capture that position, and then I want to assemble a rigid joint here between these 2 pieces. I'm going to grab this small hole here and flip around to the other side until I can see the small holes here. There we go. And there. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate this up and around until the other hole lines up. And verify we rotated it enough that they all look good. Yep. So that's in a position we want to capture. Enter. Okay. There's the wheel coming together. Now there are screws that we need to put in here, but I don't think I have them readily available. So we're going to wait on that. To the screws to attach this hub to this wheel. I'm not seeing any of them in here. I will have to add those for next class. Oh, look at that. Well, we should... Okay, so to fix that, let's go to Assemble, As-Built Joint, and we're going to select those 2 pieces underneath the AndyMark 2256 4-inch. If you open up that drop-down, you're going to see those 2 parts. So we're just going to go in there and select those 2 pieces. Oh, yep, 2 selected. Make that rigid. Okay, and now they'll be together. Good catch, Trey. Thank you.
Mr. Schneider, which tool did we use again?
Which what did we use?
Which tool do we put the white part and black part together again?
Oh, the tool is under Assembly, As-Built Joint. Okay, I've forgotten where we are. Let's see. We need the gear hub spacer, an 80-tooth gear, axle hub, and axle, plus then the longer screws. The longer screws are in here, but I'm not going to grab those yet. Let's put the other pieces in position first. Gear hub. Need an axle collar. I'm going to grab the axle collar now, since I'm seeing that. Line that up there, okay. There's the spacer I'm looking for. It's Tetrix 39090. All right, to assemble this, we use a joint. This is also a rigid joint. We're going to apply two joints here. The first one, you've got this piece that extrudes out from the center. We're going to grab the base of that, the ring around the base. And then I want to look at attaching it to this ring here. Now these holes may not be lined up. It's like, oh, you're in the way. But they are not lined up. So what we need to do is rotate this around until they do line up. Now we could also, I was thinking first we'd apply a second joint to this 4mm hole here. If we rotate it around, we don't have to do that. There we go. So make sure that we can see through those holes. Now I'm going to go to the gears folder. Grabbing my 80-tooth gear. Start building a joint here. 8mm hole. I'm going to grab that edge there. And then when I'm looking at this hub, we want the base ring of that extrusion. And now look at it straight on and rotate it around until those holes line up like that. Now they are a little bit bigger because they're not threaded. So seeing a little ring of black in there is fine as long as that ring of black is symmetric. Okay, putting that in place. Now we're ready for this axle collar. Another joint. Again, we're looking for that extrusion, base of that extrusion, the ring there, matching it up to this ring here. Again, let's look at it from the right side. And this one we didn't even have to rotate around. Happens to line up perfectly. Capture that position. Okay. Now we've got that assembled. We now need to put the screws in. Did it say here what length they are? With included screws. Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks a whole lot. And inside here, uh-oh, that doesn't look quite right, does it? Uh-oh, I messed up one of those. It's not quite rotated enough. That doesn't bode well. Let's see. I'm going to have to go back. Let's escape out of here. I need to go back to my joints. This is one of the first joints we put in there, and I'm going to have to edit it. Okay. Let's see. Back out. Oh, that is lined up. I can't edit this joint. Darn it. Escape out of that. It's the next joint down that I've got to edit, which means I'm going to have to edit all the rest. Oh. Getting it right the first time is important. Oh, is this the as-built joint? Oh, okay. It's this one I want then. So, rigid number 3. Okay, so 3 is now in place. Oh, maybe it's just that one. Okay, all the rest are lining up. Oh, good. We just had to do that one. It's just number 3 that was off by just a few degrees, too. All right, that's looking much better. Okay, shorter one, the 1 1/4 inch socket head cap screw. Insert that. Okay, capture that position. Back to home, joint. That shaft. I'm gonna turn off the tire. Okay. Let's look at the back side. Oh, look, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's perfect right there. I like that. Capture that. And let's put in 3 more now since we got it right. All right, so we're going to take that next screw. We're going to insert it. Number 2. Couple more to go. And you know what? I think I'm going to copy paste that. That's what I should have been doing all along. Copy. There we go. Paste. All right. Joint. Oh, no. Oh, not cool, man. Not cool. Try that again. That one's flipped around backwards. I wonder why. Okay. There we go. That is nice. Very nice. Let's turn that wheel back on there. There we go. Now, these Andy Mark high grip wheels are not FTC legal, but what we're doing is we are building these robots for our programmers so that they can learn to program. And nothing's more frustrating than a robot that maybe slides a little bit as it's stopping. With these high traction wheels, it is going to be very precise, and our programmers are going to have a much better experience programming these robots because they will be stopping on a dime. Looking for axles, 100mm axle, there it is. Insert into current design. I'm gonna roll that over. And I'm gonna turn it so that the flat part is on top. Much as possible. Oh, because I want to rotate it so that it matches that grub screw hole. There we go. Looks about right. So 20 degrees off of where it was before. Now let's make another rigid joint. I grab the tip of that axle, and the inner circle here is the same diameter, so I'm going to grab that there. I'm going to double check that the axle flat part is lined up with that grub screw. It wasn't quite there. I'm going to change it just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm also going to look at it from the top down, and I want to move this axle inside so that it doesn't stick out of the wheel like that. We don't want that. What we do want, though, so that it goes through all of these and provides a little bit of stability inside there and isn't just hanging on an edge. that grub screw has a little bit more axle to grab onto. But we don't want anybody to get hurt by a protruding axle either. So, but having that space filled with the steel of the axle does add some rigidity to it in real life. So we're gonna like that for now. If we really wanted to make this a little more stable, we would try to brace this outer edge as well. Because right now there's a lot of torque being applied to that axle, and it can end up bending easily if something hits this tire. All right, so we'll capture that position there. And now we've got that full drive wheel right finished.